What's going on, Internet? My name's Iron Jordan. It has been quite some time since we spoke about anything Dragon Ball related. It's been about 2 months, maybe a little bit longer. And yeah, I've been on hiatus from Dragon Ball Super, as most people have been from the game, because it's very hard to get out to locals. You're kind of forced to either play on Untap or Octagon or, on your kitchen table if you're willing to have people come to your house or go to other people's house or whatever during all this stuff. I know it's quieting down a little bit, so people are going to start going out and playing again here pretty soon. We've gotten Set 10 spoilers. We've gotten the ban and errata list from Bandai today, which is actually what the subject of our video is about. So we're gonna have tons of content coming out, hopefully here pretty soon. I'm gonna get back on the train and hopefully not leave you guys hanging with the channel updates and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into the ban list. This takes these bans take place on June the 5th, I believe, which is actually gonna say, oh my God, it's Gogeta 7. He's gone. Gogeta 7's gone. I think this is a long time coming. I think that mass hand destruction on this level is bad for the game because so much of the game revolves around having a bigger hand size than your opponent. And this takes a lot of that back and forth away from the player who's getting Gogeta 7. Same thing for Cell Chain. It can be a very much an instant win button, almost more than Victory Strike can be, in the fact that it's just like you would rather in most DBS games you would rather be at 1 life, 12 cards in hand, than 4 or 5 life, 1 or 2 cards in hand, or 3 cards in hand even. It is just a fact that hand size matters a lot in this game, and this is the equivalent to killing people most of the time when you drop this card when it resolves. Say what you will about how relevant it is now. I'm glad that it's gone. A lot of people are glad that it's gone. Frank Miller, shout outs. I'm glad to see this. The next one's a little bit of a shock. It's Violent Predator. Violent Predator is gone. This is to sell packs. That's just what it is. Not too upset about this. I could foresee a situation where this card is banned. Um, the monocolored stuff is coming in really heavy in set 10, so Bandai wants to push that, and having this card in the meta would shut down a lot of those strategies. And ramp is pretty solid, so there you go. Violent Predator is gone. It had 2 sets. It's a pretty quick ban, all things considered. Not quite as quick as some of the stuff in like set 4, I don't think, or maybe it is as quick as set 4. Maybe it's faster. I don't know. Who knows? My sense of time is all messed up because of this quarantine and stuff like that. But this card gone. Sorry, Violent Predator. You never really had your day in the competitive spotlight except for like when Set 8, I guess, first came out. It was played to beat Hatchak. And let's be honest, Hatchak players kind of deserved it. Just kidding, Hatchak players. I love you guys too. Begrudging respect, Piccolo. This is the first time I think that a card that has never seen any play anywhere has been banned. Like, I understand why. It's to set the precedent. They wanted to set the precedent with this card, but this card has literally never been played. Why are we banning this card? I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with the ban list. I'm glad that Bandai's shaking things up and banning a lot of cards and making things fresh. But at the same time, like, this card literally does nothing. Come on, Bandai. Come on. Force ejection, mass sand. This card has seen a lot of play though. This card has actually gotten an errata back in the day when Vegeta, the explosive power Vegeta, I think his name is. He's the draft box leader from TOP or whatever. He actually got the errata because Vegeta could keep people on 3 energy the entire game. Um, so yeah, this card's gone. This card was a little bit of a sideboard tech. I mean, you'd play it probably against ramp, and that's what they want to do here. We have some ramp strategies coming in set 10, so they want to get rid of the cards that can mess with ramp. And then on the flip side, we have Plan for Destruction, which is a card that again probably does not need to get banned, but it's banned now. So Zamasu players, I'm sorry. This was part of your a big part of your deck, I think. Every time that I played against the Zamasu deck, they played like 4 of this. So it's it's weird, man. It's weird. I don't think that this card also deserved a ban, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's just a victim of circumstance. I think that these 3 cards here are a victim of circumstance, and I think that this uh I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Violent Predator one because it's very like I get it. I understand why it's banned. I don't think it was like a necessity though. I don't think any of the cards in this list were a necessity except for Gogeta, just because of what Gogeta does to the player base as a whole. So, but yeah, no. And then Turles. I take it back. I forgot about Turles being on the list. I think Turles did need to go. I love this card, by the way. I love aggro in DBS. I'm a control player in Magic. I'm an aggro player in DBS, and I love this card. The problem with this card is that it had that diagram problem or the D barrier problem that Yu-Gi-Oh had, or brainstorm. I would say actually the brainstorm problem that Magic has, where if your deck can play this card, you play 4 copies of this card, and it really breaks deck construction because it's like, do I play a black deck that can play this card automatic four of, or of some number of, maybe not four of, but you automatically play this card. So I understand why this card's gone. It's very powerful. You get to play it for free. So getting 2 damage for free in a lot of cases in aggro decks is very important. So I understand why Turles is gone. Everything here kind of surprises me, except for Gogeta. I think Gogeta should have been banned a long time ago. But enough about that. We'll get on to the erratas. There were some erratas released. So these take place, I think, immediately, as opposed to the other stuff that takes place in June when Set 10 drops. So Goku Black got an errata. He now says that when you activate his, activate main, you can't place cards in your energy for the remainder of the turn after you put a card in from his skill. I mean, what was Goku Black doing? Is that minding his own business? He's just minding his own business. Homie doesn't even draw cards on the front side, and you're just like, we'll give him a little bit of a nerf. Fun fact for people that didn't know, back in set 2, the original ruling on this guy was that if you used his ability and then you awakened before the end of the turn, you didn't have to sack the energy off of his activate main. That ruling lasted literally a weekend. A weekend. And then Bandai was like an official ruling that was like, no, no, no. You still have to sack the energy after you awaken. No free energy up in here. But I mean, it was cool while it lasted, I guess. Leader sees like no play though. So we have a clarification errata on the Supreme Kai of Time Unison of History. The 2-drop Planeswalker is now a May ability, essentially, which is really good because it should be, probably. Next, we have the Son Goku. It is now an opponent skill. So the card skill, you could sack it with your own effects or whatever. You can't do that anymore. Has to be an opponent skill to get its own auto. Cool. All right. Clarification stuff. Now we have the big guns. Surge Goku is not the best leader in the game anymore. Why? Simply because his activate main / battle now has to be on your turn. Has to be on your turn. You can no longer do this on your opponent's turn, which is part of the reason why he was really good. It was actually the main reason why he was really good, is because he was so defensive. You could negate your opponent's skills if they were hitting you with triple strike, going for game, whatever. You could give your leader, what was it, 15k? I think it was 10k power. You make your leader 25k power for the duration of the turn. That was really good. Or just take away your opponent's skills if they have a big triple or quad striker on the board. Like, you literally just couldn't kill this guy. So now it's only your turn, which makes this leader not as playable at all. Not even close. I would say that he's probably, I don't know. Let's see what happened to Piccolo. It's just, this needed to happen though in some way, because this leader was going to be dominant for a long time, like Broly was, if they didn't do anything to it. And now we're going to move on to Gotenks being the most powerful leader in the game. Yay, hooray! Anyway, Piccolo. So Piccolo used to say scry one, draw one at the beginning of your turn, and then you get your normal draw. He's just scry one now, and then get your normal draw. They took the draw. Yeah. I'm kind of hurt by this. I love this leader a lot. Um, I think I just spit all over my computer screen in just disgust of how Bandai treats Piccolo. No, it's unfortunate. This leader did not get a lot of time in the sun. It I still think that the Goku is playable. I think that Goku is still very playable. I think Piccolo losing his card advantage is makes him almost pushes him to unplayable, and that's unfortunate. I think that's the last errata that we have. So overall, the erratas, I think they're good for the game though, because again, this leader was less dominant than Surge Crew. I think this leader could have stayed the same, and he would have been still tier 1, but I think he could have stayed the same and had been fine. You know what I mean? Whereas I think Surge Crew had to have something happen to him because if he didn't, he would be tier one forever. Um, yeah, obviously the clarifications are good. I don't know why they did this to Goku Black. I don't think it was necessary. And then the bans, I think the ban list overall is good. I think the changes are overall good. I think good job Bandai. I would give this a 7.5 or 8 out of 10 on the ban list. Mostly, a lot of that is just by banning Gogeta. You've made a lot of people happy, myself included. Uh, but yeah, no, those are my thoughts on the ban list. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think anything's too crazy. I am gonna miss Violent Predator a lot, as I did play a 21 deck for a little bit. But the disrespect on Piccolo in this ban in the Errata list, where he gets the ban on a card of his that never sees any play, and then he gets the Errata on his one good leader. Man, respect my man Piccolo, please, man. Put some respect on Piccolo. Also, Prince of Tien leader. What are you doing? Why doesn't Tien have a leader yet? Come on. All right, guys. That's all I got. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.